Hey everyone, Eugene Fedorovsky from EugeneFedorovsky.com. Have you ever asked yourself the question, should I lead with the product or the opportunity? Stay tuned, and in today's video, I'll share some tips around that subject. And if you had asked me this question, about 6 months ago, I would tell you yes. That's right, the answer to your question, whether you should lead with a product or opportunity, I would say yes. Partially, that's a bit of a smart aleck response, meaning that you should lead with either opportunity or product, obviously, depending on the situation. Lately, though, and from being immersed in Ray Higdon's teachings and in his Rankmakers group, I've learned, and I've kind of realized how much it makes sense, that the answer to that question depends on your circle of influence. So, what do I mean by that? Well, if you are a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, and your circle of friends, when you're talking to the war market, knows you as that kind of person, then you should lead with the business, with the opportunity. And that makes sense because your people are used to you being of the business mindset. So when you approach them, if it's a really hot market, and they really know you well, and they look up to you, and you approach them and you say, hey, I'm doing this business, I could make you a lot of money, I'm going to do it with or without you, are you coming with me? It's as simple as that. So if you have influence over a person, then yeah, that approach will work. If you don't have influence over a person and you're still known as a businessman, you can use different kind of approaches. I'll get into it in one of future Facebook Lives. So what happens if you're not known as a business person? What if you're a housewife, for example, and you've never had a business of your own? If you're gonna approach someone else and say, hey, I'm joining this business, I'm gonna do it with or without you, you may not get as great results as a person with a business background. Now don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a housewife or whatever it is. But if you approach people with a product, from the product aspect, so, hey, I just joined this business, the product, you may like the product, or the product may be of benefit for you, would you check it out? Or something along those lines. Don't focus on the exact words, just focus on the concept of what to say and how to differentiate the market. So, there's different ways of looking at it. There's no one blanket statement whether you should approach everyone with the business or whether you should approach everyone with a product. But it is easier to approach people with a product. Now again, this is not something that I would tell you 6 months ago. Like, I'll give you another example. So, let's say you open up a pizzeria. So you build this pizzeria, or you renovate it, whatever, you invest money. A friend of a friend actually opened up a pizzeria in Las Vegas. The oven, the brick oven, cost him $80,000. Puts your $500 kit in perspective, doesn't it? When people tell you it's too expensive. So, back to what I was saying. So let's say you open up a restaurant. Are you going to call up all your friends and say, hey bro, hey sis, hey there, whatever, I'm opening a pizza joint, will you come down and have a slice? Yeah, you're going to do that. You're not going to call them and say, hey, I'm opening a pizza place, I think that you should partner up with me and become a partner. No, you're definitely not going to do that. Or a yogurt shop, or any kind of business. You're not going to call up a person and say, hey, I'm opening this and this kind of business, do you want to be my partner? Unless that person is super successful in business. So, similar thing should apply here in network marketing. It's much more natural for people to talk about products. We as human beings love to recommend things. I'll give you a great example of how I explain what network marketing is to other people. So imagine you go to the movies and let's say you watch Spider-Man and you come home and your friend comes over, he's like, hey, what you been up to? And you tell him, I just came back from watching Spider-Man. He's going to be like, oh, how was that? You're going to tell him it's awesome, you should go check it out. They go check out the movie. They buy popcorn, they buy soda, they buy the movie ticket, which is extremely expensive, but that's a totally different subject. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. And They go to see the movie. They come home. Their friend asks them, hey, what'd you do today? I went to the movies. What'd you see? Spider-Man. Go check it out. It's cool. They go to check it out. And so on and so forth. People go to the movies, they buy the movie tickets, they buy concessions and whatever it is. They tell other people about it. At the end of the day, you are the person that invited all these people. Does the movie company call you and say, hey, thank you for promoting our movie, here's a check? Or better yet, does the movie theater company that benefits directly pick up the phone and call you, hey, thank you, we appreciate your business, here's a check, or here's a discount on the next movie purchase? No, they don't do that because they're not network marketing. But I know a company that does. So that's the way I explain network marketing, and it works here perfectly. People are apt to talk about their experiences to others, the restaurants they visit, the movies they see. Look at on Amazon how many reviews there are in products. People love to see what others think. Now come to network marketing. If you're going to approach everybody with a business, it may not be for everyone, but products may help. So I hope you guys got this, that approaching with a product is not necessarily the only way, but it could be a good way, could be a natural way. Oh, and one more example that I wanted to share with you. Since I talk about how approaching with a product is a great way, let me give you a little pro for approaching with the opportunity. A pro with approaching with the opportunity is if the person who you're approaching does not like the opportunity for whatever reason. They watch the video, they're on a conference call, a webinar, whatever it is, and they say, hey, the business model is not for me. You can always ask them, no problem, thank you for checking it out, but would you at least try the product? So when you are approaching that way, yeah, you can still get them to try the products. So you get twofold. But it is for the majority of the people, for the 80% of the people, it is much easier to approach their friends through the product. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We in network marketing need more product sales, especially with all the FTC nonsense that's happening with the companies being shut down. We in the network marketing industry need to have retail sales. So I hope you guys find this useful. Please like, comment, and share. There's lots of people out there who have that question of whether you approach people with a product or the opportunity, and this might help them. If you have an idea for a future video of mine, please reach out to me. I'll gladly entertain it. We can have a discussion and whatnot. Or if you have something private to talk to me about, please reach out. With that said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Have an awesome week. Keep on rocking. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.